She had been born there in St. Bernadette, like brother and sister they were. Out of the two, she was always the strongest. No one's daughter, no one's daughter. You'll never know her. She is the forgotten in the ocean, a drop of water. You'll never know her. She is the forgotten. No one's daughter. No one's daughter. You'll never know them. They are the forgotten in the ocean, a drop of water. You'll never know them. They are the forgotten. No one's daughter. No one's son. No one's children. They are the forgotten ones. I've been running from myself so long. I've been running from my heart. Things have never been the same since you packed your bags and played your cards. Summer felt like autumn with the sun so bright and cold, but snow began to fall and there's a light. Searching courage to get up again in an armful of a friend. Between walls we both know oh so well. Now's the time he stops pretend. La 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 la. I'm smiling, what is happening? La 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 la. Oh my God, there's my light, dressed every day. His well-known eyes makes me oh my God. How come I've never felt like this until his kiss singing?
And, oh my God.
Oh my God.
How's it going, everybody? I love this song, and I have for a long time. Never once did I consider that it might be like someone would think it was religious. Where the f have you been? I genuinely the other day was talking to my partner about you, like, man, I hope that guy's doing good. I haven't seen him in a long time. How the f are you, Bill? Oh my god. Happy to see you, friend. It has been a while. Oh my god.
There's my life, dressed every day. His well-known eyes makes me, oh my God. He's not you, he dares to stay. He do love me, oh my God. There's my light, dressed every day. His well-known
I have not played Arc Ascension yet. Just been poking a lot of smut. Yeah, that makes sense. That is what one does. My wife's been playing it, but like, I'm still on that wagon where I'm upset about having to pay for it. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for a friend to be like, you have to pay it because I bought it for you. I'm like, all right, fine. And if they don't, we'll see. See how it goes. Oh my god, how's it going, Leafy Pot 420? Thanks for the follow. Yes, I played Ark of the Covenant right up until the point where your whole group gets their face melted off. Yeah. Great game. I love the alternate perspective, you know? Good historical value. Oh my god, I love your name, by the way. Like I'm not supposed to talk about it on stream, but I smoke so much weed you would be concerned with my health if I told you. For real. Yeah. For sure. Which, I mean, if a friend wants to buy the game for me and make me play it, bet I would probably do that. But like, I have more important things I can spend $40 on currently. Maybe someday. Maybe at some point. I know my wife bought it and she's like, cool, now you can buy it and this and that. I'm like, nah. Why don't you play it for a couple weeks and we'll see how I feel about it. Because yeah, it's Ark, but like also, I mean, it's clearly going to be better, I think, because of all the mods and stuff they incorporated into it, but it's still just an Ark, man. Do better. Do better, Grape Shot. I know. I probably should put that tag. That's a brilliant idea. I'm going to go put that tag right now because I don't think I could hide myself for any amount of time. So like, I might as well just be honest. Let's be honest. And not found. Tag not found. Boom, there it is. I invented it. I don't think that's correct, but you know, it's there. Campaign planning. Did I put that in my tags or did they just do that for me? That's neat. Homebrew D&D. Okay, well, it's all pretty correct. Also, thank you very much, Leafy. I appreciate that. Leafly? Why do I keep calling you Leafy? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd at least wait like a month until the hype dies down and see if everybody still feels the same way. That's what I did with Diablo, and guess what? I don't play it because everyone's like, yeah, I don't play it anymore. How's it going, Deadly? Appreciate the follow. I'm trying something new. I released a short, like a YouTube short, along with my stream, because it's supposed to be like a clever thing. I'm hopeful. We'll see. It's a piece of advice I got from somebody recently, or I don't know if it was advice. It's just what they do. So definitely, I'm gonna steal it because it's smart. For sure. I get that. I mean, I would rather warn people than have them be like upset or offended or triggered in some way. I mean, I don't see the problem with the greenery myself, but I could see how, like, you know, people who have problems with it because of whatever family history or something. I get that. Either way, you guys even play D&D at all? That's what we're going to be talking about, is D&D stuff. So if not, strap in. This is going to be a real riveting one for you all. You play a little? Yeah, that's what I've heard. For sure. I get that. I guess that's why I put the voice acting tags, so that people can come and ask me about my silly voices. Oh, how do you do a silly voice? It's easy. You change your voice and make it silly. See? Solid advice. Because I am a pleasant pheasant plucker. In fact, I'm the most pleasant pheasant plucker that ever plucked a pleasant pheasant. Try that one. That's like Betty had a bit of bitter butter. Betty had a bit of bitter butter, but Betty's butter was very bitter, so Betty had to get bitter. Better. See, I messed it up already. I don't think I could do Donald, but I could probably do Goofy. No, I haven't tried in so long. Ooh. Nope. I'm so close. It's right there. Goofy. Yup. I can do the laugh. That's close. What's a really impressive one? Let me think.
What about Piddlewick, the Joker? The Joker's always one that people really enjoy, but my microphone really does not like doing it. My microphone gets very upset when I try to do it.
Did that work? Did my mic even pick it up? I have to set up my good mic, like my Elgato, if I want to record stuff like that. Because my mic gets mad at me.
Yeah, but really, if my microphone doesn't like picking up this voice a lot. It really does not like it. I don't know why, but half the time when I record, I have to be like very boisterous and loud. Otherwise, it won't pick it up at all.
Miss the Penis Monsters. What is the Penis Monsters, my guy? What is that? How many sheets could a sheet slitter slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets? Probably a lot. I'm guessing at least 7. I mean, a sheet splitter could probably slit a sheet slitter. Sorry, not a splitter. That's a different thing. Did my playlist just end? Oh no, I've been rambling the whole playlist. I gotta get started doing stuff, gang. What's happening? This there. This is it. This is a good one right here. Hello? Play. The music. No, play the music. You see what I want? You see what I want you to do here? Yeah. There you go. Cool. We got this. I knew we'd get there. On RP. Oh my god, these penis monsters. I do remember that. I was like, what are you mean? Penis monsters, you silly ghost. Casper, the silly ghost. What is this? Doot. This is my fake 80s playlist. There it is. There's the homebrew. Which is the one I was working on? This is the one I was working on this morning for a commission. I'm pretty happy with it. It's for a level 20 party. I think. I mean, you could use it at any level party, but it's a good challenge for a level 20 party. And it's the reflection of Grazitz. So it's not actually a physical thing. It's immune to all damage because it's just a reflection. It can appear in any reflective surfaces. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably take this link and put it into my YouTube short. Uno momento. There's the studio. There's the link. There's the... Oh, I just realized nobody cares. Nobody will check the description of this YouTube short. No one ever does. Kind of how that goes. There it is. Do it anyways. Just for flavor. Alright. So this guy's a reflection. So he exists in his own realm. Like his own plane. In canon D&D, he exists in the Nine Hells in his own lair. I don't remember the name of the lair. I'd have to look it up. But he's immune to all conditions. He can see through any reflective surface with a perception of 23. Passive perception. Challenge rating, all of it. This is what happens when you mix too much weed with D&D. Grazitz's reflection is an intangible presence that cannot take damage and does not have a physical form. It exists only in the reflective surface. I wrote this, so I should be able to read it. When the spell...
When a spell is cast that targets Grazitz's reflection or passes through a reflective surface within 120 feet of it, Grazitz can use his reaction to reflect the spell back at the caster or another target within range of the original spell using the caster's spell save DC. When Grazitz reflects a spell, he can modify it by adding any effect to the reflected spell. Any spell effect. So I can dominate person, I can darkness, DC 30 charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the target is affected by the added spell effect. On a save, the target is not affected and is immune to Grazitz's magic for the next 24 hours.
That's a big one, because that's where you're going to have somebody who actually starts to make leeway against this creature, because it's like a god that lives in another realm and is kind of attacking the party, right? That's the idea. So you have to defeat this somehow or make it to its realm to fight a deity. It's like a puzzle and an encounter wrapped in one. Does anyone here even play D&D? Leafly? Bill Nye? I think we've talked about it in the past, right, Bill? I do. Do you play D&D, Lion? Why don't you tell us about it? Huh? I was asking if you played D&D, ever. You ever watched someone play D&D? You ever heard about the game of D&D? It's a fun, hip thing that all the new kids are playing. For sure, that's how I got into it, was I would watch Dimension 20 and stuff like that. Fantasy High, Crown of Candy. Oh man, what is it? Unsleeping City? That's one I need to watch again. I haven't seen Unsleeping City in a while. You should play it. You know that I've been running D&D professionally since I stopped streaming? Actually started before I stopped streaming. So I've been running professional games of D&D for years. Isn't that fucking wild? So whenever you meet up with someone in the game, it's like, oh, hello, I'm Ezekiel Morningstar. That's what I'm here to do. Teach people to D&D. That's kind of the idea. Okay, let's start off. You need a dice. Do you have a dice? You have a 20-sided dice. That's where we start. Because from there, it's all downhill. For sure. No, I think we're going to do some games on the channel. I've already talked to a couple people about possibly being guests for like a one-shot. You don't even need physical dice. Yeah, you could just go in the Discord. I have a Discord now. I mean, I have a different Discord, but I have several Discords now, so. You could be part of the Discordian. Does the Discord command link to my other Discord? Or, let's see. Which one is this? Yeah, this is the Bildos crew. This isn't even my D&D Discord. It's my other one. My secret one. Let me see. Oh, also I was making a joke and never followed up on it. How's it going, Lion? I know who you are. I know Lion personally for a long time now. I love this song. How you been? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Since like this morning, right? There no title. What is this? Oh, that's the Grazitz one that I made just for funsies. I made an actual stat block for him. I don't know if that's actually a thing that he has. This one I'd have to fix. This one doesn't look like it's correct at all. Either way, I'd rather name it than have it be no title. Hate that. Far Realm Mutations, Augmentations and Mutations, World's End. What do we want to see, gang? We got a bunch of cool stuff in here, or do we want to go over the level 20 stuff more? Because I got plenty here. Omnipotent Observer. Grazitz can observe anything that happens in front of a reflective surface anywhere in the mortal plane, but he cannot physically interact with the world. Legendary Resistance. If Grazitz's reflection is forced to make a saving throw by some fucking miracle, because players are very clever, it can automatically succeed 5 times a day. Magical Resistance. If it does somehow get through the 5 resistances and has to make another saving throw, it has advantage on those saving throws. So this thing is really difficult to fight in its reflective form. Here's a list of traps that go along with it that he can just kind of lay throughout his compound. This is kind of how to deal with it as the DM, so I probably shouldn't give too much of that away. Some of you might be fighting this thing pretty soon. Let's move on to the next one. Let me know if you have an idea for something like this, too. Oh, I kind of want to show that off. What was it? The Dreamweaver? This is one that kind of attacks you in your dreams. I haven't really done a lot of the editing yet. You can see, because this has a space and this doesn't. Let's see. Dreamweaver can see 60 feet into the ethereal plane when it is on the material plane, and vice versa. Okay. The Dreamweaver can move through other creatures and objects as if it was difficult terrain. The Dream Weaver can peer into the dreams of sleeping creatures within 120 feet. It can probably be a lot further than 120 feet, right? It can choose to enter the dreams. You know what? We're just gonna go straight to the editing because this is not correct. You're out of here. Get out of here. You're wrong. Damage resistance, bludgeoning, piercing. From I want to say all. Doesn't matter if it's non-magical or not. It has resistance to psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing attacks. Into the ethereal plane, who cares? Other creatures and objects, difficult terrain, 120 feet. Nope, it can just see you while you're sleeping. It knows when you're awake. It knows if you've been bad or good. So be good, for goodness sake. Anyways, what are you guys talking about? Huh? Dreamweaver can move. Nope, I already did that. It can choose to enter the dreams of one creature it can see and engage with it there. Interesting. The Dreamweaver targets one dreaming creature it can perceive. The target must succeed a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or experience a nightmare that becomes real within the dreamscape, taking 21 psychic damage. 66. This seems more like a flavor effect. Do you think it should do any damage? Yeah, you joined a long time ago, but I stopped streaming for like 3 years, so a lot of people left, and I would not blame you for being one of them. Just saying. Or somebody banned you at some point, which, I mean, some people did, and some of the mods were being weird about stuff, so they were unmodded, and like shit like that happened. I don't know. Did you piss off one of the mods? They might have banned you. That'd be funny. I had some stuff with some of the mods, and then like they weren't mods anymore. You know, it happens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3 years ago, who fucking knows? It doesn't matter. Appreciate you joining the Discord. You know, join it, don't join it. You know, it gives notifications when I go live, which is going to be like 3 times a week from now on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it should be a damaging thing. It should be like we're changing the landscape. Like it just pulls you into a dreamscape that becomes real. There are no mechanics involved yet. It's like a banishment, but worse. For sure. I actually, let me see, did I post what I planned on doing? Wave. Oh, I got a message. Give me just a second. Okay. It looks like I'm going to be running a one-shot at some point this week. I had somebody from the community reach out. Here, let me give you guys roles so you're not stuck out of the Discord. I made it where everyone has a minimum role now so that people can't just come in and be getting bots and spam and blah, 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 blah. I have to actually moderate and treat streaming like it's work, which is what I should have been doing like the whole time. Ad break? What the f*** are you talking about? Stop it. Snooze. Ad starts in 50 seconds. Snooze ad. Thank you. That's hilarious. It's weird how much life changes just as you go, right? I will let you know, back then, I was like I was a much worse person. For sure, I have been working on myself a lot since then, and I am in a much better place mentally, physically, metaphorically. I mean, all around, for sure. I look back at the person that I used to be, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that guy sucked. Appreciate you joining the Discord. That's super awesome of you. Oh, this is the green artificer I was going to go over. So I made like a druid type artificer, which I really like. I'm very excited about that. Lion, aren't you like a huge fan of artificers, if I remember correctly? For sure. It's good to see that you're doing better. I think I remember, not like the last time, but the time before that I saw you, it was not great. And I don't want to like call you out or anything, but like we were having some not great times, my guy. I don't even fucking watch Moon anymore. Like, that guy needs to do some serious growth, I feel. And like, that's not for me to call him out, but like, man, we all need to grow and change as people. Otherwise, it just gets worse, you know? I can tell. I mean, just like how you're interacting and stuff, it feels different, man. I'm super fucking stoked. I'm glad that people are growing instead of just becoming more of a shitlord, you know? I mean, not saying that you were, but like I kind of was. So like, you know, that's what I drew in. I had to ban hella people that were part of my community, close parts of the community, because like they sucked. It sucked really bad. Just like weird ableism and like other stuff like that. And I just done with it, man. If people don't vibe, or if like you're ableist or racist or homophobic in any way, I'll fucking ban you, just so you know. For sure. Oh my god, you just unlocked so many memories, I think? Holy crap. Like conversations that I've had in the past. Wow, they should probably all stay there. That sounds great. The Green Artificer finds a unique synergy between the arcane and the natural world. These artificers are as comfortable in the wilds as they are in their workshop, crafting their inventions from the living essence of nature itself. I love that. I think that's super neat. I mean, I made this, so obviously I think it's super neat. Nature's Implement. Oh, I fucked up right there. It still says Green Circle of the Green Forge, which is not what this is called anymore. I changed its name. Circle of the Green Forge. Get out of here. The Green Artificer is what I named it. So I think that's neat. Let's see. Yep, it says it here too. Dang. Oh my god, what was that? There's no sound. Lion just gifted 15 subs. Holy crap. Thanks, Lion. Why is it not making any noise? That's weird that it didn't make any noise. What is this? Let's see. Maybe it's because I didn't have my talk screen on. Oh, that's not the right one. Gross. Get that out of here. In-game? In-game's the right one. There it is. Let's see. There it is. That's the noise it's supposed to make. Thank you so much, Lion, for the gifted subs. 15! Holy crap. Looks like you hit some old regulars. Yuri? I didn't see who all got him. Whoa. What did you do? Whoa! What did you do? There it is. There's the sound that was supposed to happen. We fixed it. Oh yeah, the Green Artificer's already up on Patreon. I posted it today. Hello? Hell yeah, Lion's the best. Lion's been a player of mine for a long time. Sorry, heck yeah. No, you're fine. We can curse here, especially in chat. Bill Nye got hit by the sub. Oh, snap. Now we're playing with fire. 15. It's still going. Look at that. 5 TikTok. Is it replaying every subscriber that's happened like this month? What's happening? Whatever. Let it go. Just let it play. Just want to stop by and say thanks. Appreciate you, Night Driver. So I'm not going to sit here and read over the whole thing because that would be silly, but what I will do is go over the vibe of the Green Artificer. The Green Artificer can make these little constructs. They're like little stump golems, Guardian of the Green. Oh, that says it right there too. See, I messed up in so many places here. Where's it at? Dreamweaver. No, hello? There it is. But yeah, it can summon these little stump dudes, right? And at a certain level, you can combine them together to make a bigger construct, which I think is just super neat. And I love the idea of having the strategic advantage of like spreading them out like that. Like you can have them break up into several places. Check them out on Start Playing. Oh, thank you. I am on startplaying.games if you ever want to play D&D. Dumps Box, solve this 4x4 puzzle. I mean, you're not wrong. That's kind of how it goes. No, I had a... What were we doing for the level 20? We have Grazit's Reflection, which is a creature that exists within reflective surfaces that will show up and try to mess with your party in a bunch of different ways. Here, I'll just share this in chat, and you guys can check it out. There it is. Boop, boop, boop. No, I do love the idea of having a very simple puzzle with very high stakes. I think that's silly and fun. The Green Artificer, Circle of the Green Forge. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Also, Velixion? Is that right? Am I saying that correctly? How you doing today, Velixion? The Green Guardian, the Green Guardian, the Green Guardian, blah, 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 blah. I need to find everywhere where it says Forge. Get rid of it. Anyways, the vibe of this guy, or this person, is that they have several magical constructs, these little guys, and they can bind them together to make one big one eventually, right? So let me see. When they have like kind of a pack tactics. When they're within 5 feet of each other, they get advantage on attacks. Level 9 Fusion. As a bonus action, the Artificer can merge 3 or more Guardians within 5 feet of each other into one large Guardian with combined hit points and enhanced slam attack. I even have the enhanced slam attack here. Plus 6 to hit, 5-foot reach, 2d4 per Guardian. So if you have like 6 Guardians in this construct, which I think I have it limited to your proficiency bonus, right? I think you can only ever have as many out as your proficiency is. So that's like most of the gameplay loop will be having 3 of these things, and then eventually you'll get some more, you know? But I just love the idea. As a bonus action at 15th level, as a bonus action, you can separate the large creature into smaller creatures or can bind them into... Oh, so at 15th level, you can put it back and forth. I'm surprised, like I didn't make this thing myself. I made this like a couple days ago, so I love when I surprise myself with mechanics. Like, oh, that's very clever. Oh yeah, I made that. As a bonus action, nope, that's the same thing. Golem Infusion. Yeah, there it is. Uses. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. Okay, I changed it. Oh no, this is the growth. This is not the same thing. I'm silly. This is Magical Seed. As an action, you can plant a seed and imbue it with your magic to grow a protective thorn bush that provides half cover in a 5-foot radius. It withers away after 10 minutes or when it is destroyed. I think that's fun. Anyways, to challenge a level 20 party, you need to make your encounters more like puzzles, right? So this is an ongoing threat that you can continually threaten the party with as long as they are near a reflective surface. Spoilers, you can never be away from a reflective surface. If you have eyeballs that are wet, that is a reflective surface. So you could really deep dive into the meta of this guy. I have that here in the psychological warfare section. Use traps and illusions to separate... I don't like reading it in my normal voice. I hate it. Use traps and illusions to separate the party, instill fear, and play with their minds, changing how the characters look, looking through the player's eyes. After all, most eyes are reflective surfaces, meaning that if a spell is targeted on another creature, it can be targeted... It can be the target of Grazit's reflection. It can be the target of Grazit's reflection. Wait to use this. Wait until someone is being healed when they really need it and reflect it. Ask that character to do a saving throw. Don't add any extra effect. Just don't explain it at all. This is meant to be high-level type of scary stuff. So... there is a little bit of that stuff that goes with it. You need to have a full safety conversation with your players to make sure they're okay with stuff like this. That is super important, by the way. Oh my god, my chat hasn't been scrolling. Can we find... it's so much. Find a way to make the party do... oh, I don't know. Nope, I'm skipping a lot of this because I missed a lot of it. Lurk, have a good one, boss. So I hear a limit per merge per turn, but was there a limit for splitting? No, I don't think there's a limit on splitting, right? Let me see. As a bonus action, you can separate. That's at 15th level. As a bonus action, you can merge. And this is where they get their hit points and advanced slam. Golem synergy, I guess when you just get the subclass, this is the one right here. When two or more of the golems are within 5 feet of each other, they have advantage. Nope, that's not it. I'm silly. Guardians of Green, you can use your action to summon a small guardian. Each guardian has an AC of 13 and hit points equal to 10 plus half your artificer level. I should probably put rounded down. Lord Murder Rose. Oh, love Murder Rose. I was like, Lord Murder Rose? That's so dark and edgy. Love Murder Rose. One of my favorite ideas is a monster that breaks rules, like not cheating, but changes how rule works. I love that idea because... I mean, as long as everybody's on board with it, that's what horror is supposed to be like, right? Here, let me read the rest of your comments so I'm not just guessing. I helped to make a level 20 Divination Lich who had 10 levels and... oh, yeah. Had 10th level spell called Starfall. It was essentially a massive AoE But with Portent added, oh my god. That's amazing. I do like doing stuff like that. So I have a divination wizard that slowly was turned into a slod. And they were going insane, but kind of preserved their mind using their Portent. So they rolled a couple natural 20s, right? So they're stuck in this tower, but they can plan for like 500 years trying to figure out all this stuff. And they can see into the future. So when the party comes to attack them, weird glyphs of warding start like going off around them because this person has seen them coming to attack them. So they're like traps set up like to counteract because they've seen glimpses into the future, right? So they would predict what the players are doing. Also, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, Rose. Probably at a limit to the splitting. Yeah, for sure. Kind of frustrating having one creature become 6 or 8, just blocking off escape while getting a dozen attacks of opportunity. That's for sure. Also, I don't think these guys would get reactions. I think if they get a reaction, they're using yours. But also, I think only one of them, right? Most most summons and stuff like that, like your spiritual weapon doesn't get a reaction, right? Because it doesn't have a stat block, so it wouldn't get an attack of opportunity. At least that's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. But for sure, adding a limit to the splitting is a good idea because of just straight up strategic things. And I think lifting that limit at like level 15 is probably the way to go, right? Because you should be able to do silly broken stuff at level 15, I feel. Right? Am I the asshole? Either way, we're talking about level 20 stuff, right? This guy, the Dreamweaver. Dream Gaze, peers. He knows when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good. For goodness sake. Is this Santa? Anyways. The Dreamweaver targets one dreaming creature it can perceive. I don't think it has to perceive it at all, right? It knows when you're sleeping. Okay, anyways. The target must succeed a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or experience a nightmare that becomes real within the dreamscape. Love that. He also has a special kind of legendary resistance called Denial of Fate. He spent so long... Oh my god, that's pretty great. I have a... Let me see. Where is it? I actually have it here. So if we're talking epic level casters, I have 13th level spells. Do I have other? I think I did 10th, 11th, and 12th, but I'll have to find those. But I have 13th level spells, right? Which, I mean, it has some pretty amazing things. Alter Ancestry, right? This spell effect can reach back in time to change the ancestry of the target being, potentially having a ripple effect throughout its extended family or even the entire species, depending on how far back the effect reaches. That is a 13th level spell. Sorry to veer from V&D for a minute, but you play Dead by Daylight and Sea of Thieves? Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I play with the community and stuff too, so like, hit me up. I'll add you on Steam. I suck at Dead by Daylight, but like, I do like playing it. It's a fun thing. Also, everybody go follow me on TikTok, because like, I have 2 followers. What the f*** is happening to TikTok? They hate me. They hate me. I'm gonna go get the link right now. Holy shit! How's it going, Herp? Herp-de-derp. Herp-de-derp. Herp-derp-derp-derp-derp-derp. You know that song on YouTube? It's so good. If you don't know it, you should check it out. Long time no see, am I right? It has been a while. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. I don't want to have to ban you. I don't like TikTok either, but like, you know what I mean? I use it because I can automatically upload the clips whenever I'm doing it from Twitch. I can automatically upload to YouTube and to TikTok at the same time, so might as well. It's been a very long time, right? I like to think that we've all grown, at least a little. Anyways. What is this? How you been? You still doing the military thing? I imagine. Herpaderp has been around for a long time. Since the beginning. Still reading Render Impossible? You like that? We've all grown, at least a little. I'll have you know I've grown a lot. Mostly in hunger of death. Mostly in my hunger of death and destruction. Yeah, that makes sense. Some of these I took from, what, like 2nd edition, where they had stuff like this, where deities, like Proctor's Move Mountain. Where is my 10th level spells? I know I have them here. You probably just type them in. D1000, Wild Magic, Crown of Candy Lore, 10th level spells. Proctor's Move Mountain. Oh my god, these are such descriptions, jeez. Why do you need that much for Move Mountain?
This magnificent spell was crafted by Proctive of the Circle of Eight.
Get this spell. I know that I wrote this too. You can see the difference between my old work and like my new work, right? I've been getting a lot better. But still, like, this is... How long ago did I make this? 4 months! Oh my god, that's embarrassingly not enough time. Forge of Karsus. I guess I could be sharing these as I'm showing them off. Probably the thing I should be doing. That way you can check them out. I have a repeating character through several campaigns. He's a man who isn't there and only meets the party should they find him passing upon a star. No, that's pretty great. I have a character that's a reoccurring character in one of my campaigns where they just show up at camp every once in a while and they just ask for something to drink and something to eat. And if the party attacks them in any way, I will turn them to sand. It's a great thing because it's a deity and he doesn't want to be fucked with. And they wake up the next day and they're totally fine, like it was a dream, right? But for sure, he will turn you to sand if you attack him. I love a spell that has a slow-moving, damaging area. That for sure. I did the I did the microwave on my party the other day, and they just completely destroyed it. Succeeded every Constitution saving throw. If for those who don't know, that's Wall of Force and Sickening Radiance on top of one another, or anything that holds you in one spot, really. But they just completely succeeded every single con save, and it just didn't do anything. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Super devastating. Like a line effect that only affects one tile for sure. I like doing really devastating spell effects that have very low saves. So like it's a DC 10, but also like it's going to do something really bad if I land it. If we're hitting high level, for sure, like you should not fail a DC 10 saving throw of any kind, right? He's a man-shaped void. The opposite of a man. In the shape of a man. An inverse. A living... Anyways, I'll stop that. I can feel my voice starting to slip. Anyways. I think it's because I did the Piddlewick voice.
Piddlewick! Piddlewick! This voice always kind of wrecks me if I don't prepare for it. I need a good lemon water and a couple of stretching exercises.
And then I immediately start doing it without doing those things. Yeah. The reflection. I'm very proud with how this turned out. Did I post this in chat, actually? I don't know if I did. So this guy is my level 20 challenge. Projected Godly Presence, Chaotic Evil, Armor Class, Intangible, Hit Points, Immune to all damage, Speed 0, Stationary in any reflective surface. No Strength, no Dex, no Con, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. Immune to all conditions. Senses, Omnipresent Vision from any reflective surface. Passive Perception of 23. All languages, telepathy out to 120 feet. Challenge rating, all of it. Grazit's Reflection is an intangible presence that cannot take any damage and does not have a physical form. It exists only in the reflective surface, because he's like in the 9 hells, right? That's kind of the idea. When a spell is cast through Grazit's Reflection or passes through a reflective surface within 120 feet of it, Grazit can use his reaction to reflect the spell back at the caster or another target within the range of the original spell using the caster's spell save DC. Is that too complicated? Does that read well? When Grazitz reflects a spell, he can modify it by adding any spell effect to the reflected spell. The target of the reflected spell must make a DC 30 Charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the target is affected by the added spell effect. On a successful save, the target is not affected and is immune to Grazit's magic for the next 24 hours. And is immune. And is immune to Grazit's magic for the next 24 hours. Omnipotent Observer. Grazitz can observe anything that happens in front of a reflective surface anywhere in the mortal plane, but he cannot physically interact with the world. If Grazitz's reflection is forced to make a saving throw, it can automatically succeed 5 times a day. If by some miracle Grazitz's reflection does have to make an actual saving throw, it can do so with advantage. Blah, 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 blah. Is that the end of its... I think that's the end of the stat block. Very simple for a level 20 challenge. Very devastating, I feel. Gives the Dungeon Master a lot of tools because they can pull almost any spell effect and be like, hey, I'm adding this onto this. I like it because, like, it can't actually attack you in any way. It can only react to what you do to it. So it's showing up in mirrors and messing with the party. It's only going to be able to do anything if they react to it. And then I have a bunch of traps here. So if you're going through, let's say a building or catacombs or anything, excuse me, you're going to want to put in reflective surfaces. So it doesn't have to be mirrors. It could be like a spider web, right? It can be puddles, or I was talking to somebody earlier about how it could be crystal formations inside of a catacomb, right? And then it has all these. I would not just roll, even though I have them on a D6 table, I would not just roll to have randomized traps. I would personally pick them out and put them into different places, but some of these are meant to be very devastating in combination with other things, right? Right here, Banquet of Fears. A lavish feast is laid. DC 18 intelligence saving throw, or be consumed by hallucinations of your greatest fear. How's it going, Zeke? I didn't get to stream the other day because of like the internet going out for a large portion of the state of Oregon, so I figured I'd just stream today. For as long as I can, you know. Mastering Grazet's Encounter. This is a section specifically for Dungeon Masters on how to use this. First of all, if you're using this, get safety consent with your players to make sure they're okay with something ridiculous like this. Because there's a lot of psychological horror that goes with this, and there's a lot of other things that you need to make sure everyone is on board with. If everyone's on board, it can be a fun thing. If not, it's not fun. It's not fun for everybody. Running an encounter with Grazets is about more than just combat. It's about building an atmosphere of cunning and dread. Here are some tips for Dungeon Masters. Setting the stage. Atmosphere. Emphasize the trickery of Grazets. Through the environment. Describe reflections, shadows, and whispers that unsettle the players. Forewarning. Give subtle hints that Grazets is never truly present, but always watching. The signs could be in the form of rumors, legends, or even direct warnings inscribed in ancient texts, or relayed by a fleeing demon. Could you imagine a demon? How's it going, Bam Bam? Bam Bam PS5. What's your... Have you always been Bam Bam? I don't think that's correct. Did you have a name before? I miss you so much. I missed you so much. I have a guess of who you are, but I'm not positive. Have you always been Bam Bam? PS5? I had a full memory wipe between now and then, so you gotta remind me, you know? Full reset. Panda Bam. Okay, cool. I remember. Where was I? Oh yeah, could you imagine a demon literally running through town? Everyone's like, oh god, we need to fight this demon, and it's literally just trying to flee from you. So the demon continues to run as your party chases it. You finally track it down, and it wants nothing to do with fighting you. It just wants to escape. And like starts to tell you some of the horrible things it's experienced. Also, I did this for a commission, and I was talking to the client about possibly adding a Nothic that has information that could do like a little bit of a lore dump, you know? Like the Nothic can live in a tunnel system underneath where this main thing is. Catacombs. Try to make like a safe zone inside of a little tunnel underneath the building. Illusions and decoys. Grazet should rely... Grazet should rarely, if ever, be present in his true form. Use illusions to make the players question what's real. For sure, have safety consent with your players to do this. Make sure you are on the same page with your players before you do stuff like this. Emphasize. Reactions over actions. Grazets does not attack directly, but reacts to the player's actions, turning their own power against them. Right? Remember, the atmosphere is more than just what's there. It is also what you think it is there, but isn't. The shadow being a cat instead of a xenomorph still pulls the nerves, for sure. The salt in the soup, don't stir. Yeah, for sure. That is kind of the idea, is to set the atmosphere a lot more than actually interact. So the way this is set up, you don't have to use very powerful magic at all. You can use very low level magic and still just really mess with players. Let's say darkness, magic mouth, and now you have a situation where you're in a pitch black room and it sounds like something horrible is coming after you. It sounds like there's a roper just above you, and it's at any moment it's going to wrap its tendrils around you, right? And that's just two simple spell effects that don't actually do anything to the party. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about, right? Psychological warfare. Use traps and illusions to separate the party, instill fear, and play with their minds. Changing how the characters look, looking through the player's eyes. After all, most eyes are reflective surfaces, meaning if a spell is targeted at another character, it can be targeted by Grazitz or reflection. That's big. When you use this, wait to use this. Wait until someone is being healed or when they really need it, and reflect it. Ask for the save, and then don't add any extra effect. Just don't explain it at all. This is a huge thing that you need to have safety consent for before doing this to your players, for sure. But if you have consent, this can really f with people. It's a lot of fun at a table if that's the kind of game you're in for sure. Also, did I put a entryway to that? I think I messed that up. Wait to use this. Oh no, it's way up here. Cheese and crust. Okay, that makes sense. Grazitz's weaknesses. Despite his power, Grazitz can be outmaneuvered. True Sight and Divination. Abilities or spells that see through illusions can reveal his traps and possibly his true location, which would be pretty neat to travel to another realm to try to fight this thing. I don't really have a actual way of defeating it. I mean, I figured players would just come up with that because players are always more clever. They will always come up with something more clever than the Dungeon Master. That's facts. The Discord link isn't working? What? I literally just tested. Oh, the one down in the thing? Yeah, I wonder if that one's broken. I'll have to fix that. Just use the one in the command for now. I know, right? I'm excited as well. We're all excited. What is this? I'll worry about it later. It's a message. Oh, where is it? Non-magical interactions. Since Grazit reacts primarily to magic, cunning players might use non-magical means to circumvent his defenses. Like if you were to get rid of all the reflective surfaces, he can't really do much, can he? I mean, you can't, but you could try. You could cover up all the players' eyes. That's such a... You could just remove that part if you don't want to go that far, Like the eyes are reflective surfaces, but I like the idea of Grazitz being like, that's my secret. I'll keep that to myself, otherwise the players are going to know I can see through their eyes, Well, the characters, whatever. Meta. Destroying the mirror. If Grazitz uses a mirror or reflective surface to maintain his presence, breaking it could sever his influence on that connection to the material plane. It's kind of the idea. Opinions on Evil Cleric using Flesh to Stone, Shape Stone, and Greater Restoration to mold multiple people into a creature Cheese and crust. This is getting real dark. Together into a living castle that screams. Yeah, that's correct. Rules is written. So, theoretically, the stone has to be non-magical for shape stone to work, right? But I would rule that if you turn somebody completely into stone and concentrate for a minute, that is now non-magical stone. Does anyone else have any other thoughts on that or disagree? I would love to hear a different argument. But for sure, rules as written, I don't know if it would be never ending, because like, why would they not die immediately? Right? Greater restoration to mold people into, yeah, but like, no, they would die immediately as soon as you brought them out of the stone shape. Because like, they don't work in cube form. That's not how people work, right? You can't put a people into a square and expect them to still survive. Where's the poo come out, you know? Where's the food go in? You gotta still maintain the creature. Am I the asshole? If they did live, I would say for a very short amount of time. You would also have to find a way to magically maintain their life, is what I'm saying. Like, for sure, if you're doing this for an evil creature, then they'd have to find a way to keep them alive. Maybe they greater restoration every day, every single one of them. But that does not seem like a very practical use of resources. You know what I mean? Like, why? There's got to be a practical reason. I assume this is for intimidation value, right? So, like, why is this creature doing this when it could just have, like, flesh golems made out of these same things? You could take those squares and make flesh golems really easily, and now you have an army instead of a castle. And I would argue an army is more useful. Although, you could make a pretty damn good argument that a castle is more useful. I could see that. Defeating Grazitz. To truly defeat Grazitz, one must banish his influence, destroying or purifying the object, and places anchoring his presence. Blah, blah, blah. Target the plane. Adventurers may need to travel to Grazitz's own plane of existence to confront him, requiring powerful magic and allies. It's kind of the idea. That you would call on a deity that's friendly to the party and go and try your best to fight this god. Because, I mean, let's face it, level 20, you're fighting gods. There's no real way to balance it. I would argue that a god could probably counterspell a wish. Seems correct. Yeah, force Lichdom as a construct. Reminder to potential enemies. Although I would argue that it's also a creator of potential enemies, right? I mean, one person sees their dear old dad as a lich construct. It's on, man. There's no end to that war. Am I wrong? Battle of Wits. Outsmarting Grazitz by turning his own tricks against him might be the only way to best this god. Remember, Grazitz is a master manipulator and a tactician. His encounter should challenge the player's ability to think creatively and act decisively under pressure. That is the point of all of this. Oh, I read that wrong. That's my bad. As a constant reminder. I was like, a construct reminder. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. 10th level spells. I feel like my 13th level spells are more... They're crafted better and they're more balanced than my 10th level spells. Arcane Singularity. You create a singularity of pure arcane energy. Actually, I want to go up a little bit. So I did a lot of these components, and the components are all meant to be like epic quests for people. Can you see this in on stream? It looks kind of small to me. Boom, let's get it big. There we go. Oh, you can see it? Well, I'm an asshole. Whatever. So, like, a Void Stone from the Far Realm. That's all but impossible to get for a player, right? Unless you literally create a quest. There's no solid path to the Far Realm. Just like there's no singular path to the Feywild. Unless you're playing in that adventure, you know? Surrounded by a ring of purest platinum worth at least 500,000 gold. Love that. 7 gemstones representing the 7 colors of the prismatic spectrum. I really put a lot of time making these components good. Each worth at least 2,500 or 25,000 gold, excuse me. And each one of these are a ritual, like you have to spend time doing this. 1 minute, 1 hour? These are incorrect times. I should really go back and redo those. Yeah, casting time 28 days. Oh, that's duration. Oh, casting time 6 hours, 1 hour. Okay, never mind. I did it right. It's fine. Casting time 1 action. Oh my god, Shattering of the Weave. That sounds like a fun one. Let's read that. A piece of the weave, such as a strand of Mystra's hair or a shard of a destroyed weave-touched artifact, worth at least 1 million gold. Concentration up to a minute. You can shatter the weave for up to a minute, gang. Will you be doing a community server on Ark again? Are you currently playing or looking to play it again? I was considering playing it. I might do a community server, because it could be a lot of fun to bring back this Coronando, you know, and to do a bit of roleplay inside this orc as this Coronando. I think it could be good. I was considering doing a community server. I don't own the new Ark, and I'm gonna wait. Like, I'm not gonna pay for it until it goes on sale or they fix all the crap, right? That being said, my wife already bought it because she's a butthole. So she's playing it currently. So, like, for sure, I'm going to have to get it at some point. Would it be useful, but not broken, to have a buff spell that makes it so each dice roll of a different damage type than the one before, made from the same attack or spell? I'm not sure how you mean, Alexion. I don't think it would be too broken to have it be different damage types. Sorry if I'm distracting you from No, I'm here to interact with you all. If I'm interacting with chat in a way that you guys like, that's what we're doing here, right? If you want to ask questions about D&D, that's what we're doing. If you want to ask questions about life, liberty, and the pursuit of loveliness, let's do that too. I'm with it. Although, asking me if something is broken is not a great thing. I let my players be stupidly broken and have all kinds of stuff, extra feats, extra proficiencies and languages and magic items out the wazoo. Sorry if I'm distracting from D&D. I've been waiting for over a year or two to see you come back. It's been 3 years, by the way, just so we're on the same page. This has made my week. Aw, you made my week. We've never gotten anything. You're a lies. You're a lar. Why don't you tell us the last magic item I gave you? Lord Zeke is one of my players. What was the last magic item you got in my game? Why don't you tell us as a crew? Because I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I give you guys a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, was it the one that you created using your imagination? Is that the one? Oh, I mean as a group, right? Not even as like you getting one. I created something for TG. Yeah, for sure. You created an item with your imagination. What was it? I think we rolled some wild magic for it. Karsus's avatar. I forgot that I made this as an actual spell. So like if you swing a blade that would usually do 3d6 slashing, now it does 1d6 slashing, 1d6 fire, 1d6 lightning, or any combination of elements, but you have to use the buff first. No, I like that. And also, it depends on what level. I'd say at level 3, it's probably a little busted, but not terribly so. At level 6, it's like, yeah, fine, that's fine. It's just, is it random, or they're always slashing fire, lightning? Yeah, Robe of the Magi with a built-in whoopee cushion. Yeah. And as we all know, whoopee cushions are OP. And the fact that I let you guys have it is ridiculous. I mean, I don't care about the Robe of the Magi. It's whatever. It just like buffs your spells or some shit. But like the whoopee cushion, it makes a fart noise every time. It's important. It's important stuff. A stone-filled gizzard, a stone-filled gizzard of a gold dragon submerged in a mixture of Tarrasque blood and 12-headed Hydra bile. This is good. I really went hard when making these components. I don't remember making them at all. That everyone but TJ, for sure, everyone can hear the whoopee cushion except for the person wearing the robes. That's what makes it so powerful. Random or declared? I would say, I'd say that's balanced. It's not like the most powerful thing. I mean, it's not nothing. It does help with resistances for sure, because you're cycling through things, but also like you're going to hit people with stuff they're resistant to as well. It says links are expired or invalid. No, I'm going to do this right now. I literally tried it earlier today, but also I believe you because it can be silly. Invite. Edit link. Permanent link with no limit. Absolute power. Anyways. Here we go. Let me know if that doesn't work. It says the link has expired or is invalid. Yeah, I'll have to try it again. We'll see. Yes, a stone-filled gizzard of a gold dragon submerged in a mixture of Tarrasque blood and a 12-headed Hydra bile, worth at least 2 million gold, concentration for 1 hour, casting time 6 hours? This should be 6 days. I think in canon lore, it took him more than a month to cast this spell. You channel the spirit of Karsus. Wait, that's not what this is supposed to do. Oh, it's a... Okay, so you're... Never mind. You're making... This is a different thing. Karsus was the developer of... Was developed by Karsus himself. Blah, 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 blah. Hate it. Astral Domination. Celestial Harmony. Maven's Earthfast. What was that? Lurk? Okay. Discord, Lurk. Oh, it was giving me a notification. Proctive Seal Crystal Sphere. So in D&D, all of the realms exist within a crystal sphere. In order to get to the edge, or on the other side of the crystal sphere, you have to have magic of some sort to get to the other side. But it would make sense that a god could stop you from traveling to the other side. Oh, there is some right there. Let's see. A miniature crystal sphere worth at least 500,000 gold pieces, a handful of astral diamond dust, and a bound elemental of air. Oh, air, fire, water, or earth, all of which the spell consumes. Permanent duration. A spell of legendary power. Proctive Seal Proctive's seal locks away an entire world or plane within a crystal sphere. The casting of this spell involves inscribing the miniature crystal sphere with the blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So basically, this is like what they would do to Athos, right? Which Athos is from Dark Sun. It's cut off from the Weave and other gods. So, like, you can't do normal magic there. I love the idea of characters being on a Spelljammer and showing up there. And like, ooh, if you use all your spell slots, it's all bad. Because you need to power the Spelljammer, right? These are my 13th level spells. Form Eclipse. A miniature model of the solar system. I didn't spend nearly as much time on these components. Ooh, some of them don't even have components. They just say verbal, schematic. Schematic? Hello? Brain, are you okay? Verbal and schematic components. For sure. More to for probe for unknown weaknesses. I have a spell that's specifically for like divination wizards and what is it, lore domain clerics and a couple other ones. And I think, God, I can't remember what it's called, but essentially it does 1 point of every damage type. So it only ends up doing a very small amount of damage, but it gives a massive amount of information, right? And I think that's neat. I think it's a cantrip, actually. Render Impossible, that is one that I really like. Was it Leafly that was talking about it earlier? Render Impossible. The target of the spell not only ceases to exist, but it becomes impossible for the target to have, or to ever have existed again. Oh, sorry. I keep reading it improperly. Becomes impossible for the target to ever exist again. They are now equivalently a four-sided triangle, no spell. What? They are now... Why did I write it like that? To a four-sided triangle, no spell or effect can ever recreate them. Why would I write it like that? What's wrong with me? Part or perhaps all... Oh, I'm reading the next spell before I even read the name. Roxham's... Oh, I remember this. So this isn't all just me. This was from Reddit. I remember I did a D100 list, and these were some of the ones I liked. So some of these I've made, and some of them I didn't. I remember now. Let me see. D100. Do I still have that list? Nope. Nope, don't have it. Oh well. Looks like I switched it over to Homebrewery. Reflection, Dreamweaver, Green Artificer, 13th level magic. Alright, what are we looking at next? Far Realm Augmentations and Mutations. Let's do that. Oh, I hate it when I do that. It's just force a habit, but like I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. Hello? Did it save? There it is. Far Realm Mutations. A creature exposed to the strange energy of the Far Realm risks developing mutations, such as a creature undergoing a metamorphosis as the power of the Far Realm rewrites the fundamentals of the creature's existence. Forcing a transformation on creatures inexplicably fails, though evil forces such as the Mind Flayer Empire of old have conducted much research on the topic. Blah, 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 blah. Tier 2, Tier 3. So there are different tiers of mutations. Is there a D&D Reflect spell? Would be funny seeing Render Impossible sent back at the caster. Oh, that'd be amazing. No, I don't think there's anything that reflects. That would be a homebrew spell. Also, I would argue that a deity casting that high a level spell, you notice there's no saving throw for any of those. They just kind of do that. Yeah, a god that wants to make you impossible, they just do that. Although, I would say that none of those spells are meant to be used by the players or used by a deity at all. The idea is that you find these spells and they're no longer functional, right? Mystra has deemed these spells would not work. Also, anything above 10th level, those were made by gods. Like a god made that spell, right? Or a god-like entity, at least a demigod. 10th level spells are already really ridiculous. So to have 11th, 12th, 13th level spells, these are things that deities would be able to do. A human would be transformed permanently trying to cast something like that. Like, if a wizard tried to cast a 13th level spell in my game, I would turn them into a Nothic. I'd probably let them cast it if they have the ability to do so. Which, I have a rule, which I shouldn't, but I let people cast beyond their spell casting capabilities, but you have to sacrifice one level for every level of the spell above your casting ability. So like, let's say you want to cast a 10th level spell, but all you can cast is 9th level spells. So you'd have to sacrifice a level and your 9th level spell in order to do it. So if you wanted to cast a 13th level spell and all you had was 6th level spell slots, partner, that's going to be a lot. You're going to be sacrificing, what, 7 levels to cast that spell? But also, you're going to be casting a spell that is, I mean, considered to be impossible. Also, I'm probably going to kill you for doing it, you know? Too much power for a mortal to wield. If you don't die immediately, a god's going to show up and be like, hey, the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, man? And if not a god, like a Marut, at least, right? A Marut is like a creature from the halls of justice or whatever, and they show up specifically when somebody tries to break reality. If you're a wizard trying to extend your life unnaturally more than X amount of time, a Marut will show up. In fact, you will walk down a road that you've walked down 1,000,000 times and see a statue you've seen 1,000,000 times, and suddenly it will come to life and be like, excuse me, you need to come with me for breaking the laws of reality. Because the Marut has always been there, because they travel through time. So it's been there for 1,500 years, just waiting for you to break a rule. I love the idea that deities can see through the spans of space and time, and they're like, ooh, it looks like that guy Ezekiel is going to really fuck up in the year 1492, and we're going to need you to be there. And he's like, I can get you 500 years within range. Is that good? And he's like, yeah, I'll just wait. Because they're constructs, divine constructs. So, like, they will wait 500 years for their target. It's not a big deal for them. And I think that's neat. Also, a Marut just hits. It doesn't have to roll the hit. It just hits. Also, they probably don't want to kill you. They want to transport you to the Hall of Justice or whatever, Mount Celestia, so that you can be judged by a god. They're not there to pass judgment. They're there to make sure you get brought in. So, like, they cast plane shift and stuff like that. I love the idea of being in the middle of a huge fight, and it's like back and forth, and this thing doesn't have to roll the hit, so it's just boom, 30 damage, 60 damage, boom. It doesn't roll for damage either. It just does a flat amount of damage, which I believe is either 30 or 60. I want to say 30, but I don't remember exactly. But I love the idea of this big fight just ending when, like, the creature touches your warlock, because your warlock have committed crimes against the multiverse. So they touch your warlock, both of them plane shift away, boom, the fight is over. Good luck finding your warlock. I wish you the best. But also, you have to make it fun for the players, so, like, definitely have a plan if you do that to your players. Like, have a backup character for the warlock, or have, like, a set of events that they can do on their own and kind of cut back and forth. But like you have to be careful with situations like that because you don't want to take away a character without them expecting it. You don't want to take away player agency without consent, stuff like that, you know. Always be mindful. How long have I been muted for? How long was I talking just to myself? Just curious. Just for my own personal peace of mind. You're a liar. Probably. Anyways, no getting those jokes back. There's no getting. I wonder when I muted. Interesting. 500 years. There were ancient Egyptians digging up an older Egypt. Elves lived 750 years. High-level druids aged 1 year in 10. You could have a 6K-year-old druid elf leading an archaeological dig on their hometown. That's pretty good. Also, so like, druids have a very interesting society, right? Also, did you guys hear anything about the Marut? Was I just ranting about the Marut to myself? Anyways, so druids have a very interesting society. If you are that druid that ages 1 year for every 10 years, there is only one of you. That just hits. There's only one druid at that high a level in their society for every so far apart, right? So like if you are the archdruid, you're the only archdruid in like a 10,000 mile radius. For sure. They don't have two. From what I understand, to reach the title of druid is to be like, whoa, everybody's trying to get there, but like most people are just in practice or in learning, you know? Apprentices. Probably not that, but you get the idea. The idea of this is to roll, what was it, 3d10 if I remember correctly? 3d10, and then you pick out the table. So you roll 3d10, and that gives you 3 different lists, and then you roll 3d10, and that's the number on the list. So let's do that in Discord. I'll just roll, let me give you a roll in Discord real quick. Bam Bam. So that you can see the things. Crew, you're crew now. Shiny plastic. Where's it at? 3d10. Let's do it. 3d10. That was a 2. Anyways. A 14. So that's a 2, a 3, and a 9. Let's go 2 is this list. What is on this list? 7. So it looks like I am magma forged. Veins pulsate with molten rock. Gain resistance to fire damage. Melee attacks add an additional 2d4 fire damage. That is neat. Just pop that into chat real quick so I can remember it. Ads. Oh my god. Ads over. Cool. Yeah, if you're that druid, then there's only one, right? Druid society only has one very high level druid per 10,000 miles or something like that. Everyone else is like learning or if I remember the lore correctly, I could be mistaken about that. I'll have to look into it, but For sure, you won't find 4 druids living in the same area because it's all bad. You'll find 1 druid and like their apprentice who might take over someday. Managed to get into the Discord. Wouldn't let me connect on mobile. Yeah, for sure. There's probably something weird like that. But I also gave you a role in Discord, so you should be good to go. Third list. And it's the 10th option. Mind Speaker. They have telepathy. I love that for them. Telepathy. What was the other role? 9. I need to add page numbers? Oh no, there are page numbers. 2, 4. Is this 9? That's 13. 12. 10. This has got to be the 9th list, right? Okay. Mystic Arcana. What did we get? We got a 7. Interesting. So we have a Magma Forged Mind Speaker with an emotive aura. Let's see. Radiates a mystical aura affecting minds and feelings. All creature within 15 feet must make a wisdom saving throw or be influenced by an emotion. DM's choice. Rage, calm, or sorrow for 1 minute. That is a devastating effect to give a monster. That's pretty good. I should be posting these in chat each time I look at them. Did you know that? I should be sharing it with you guys so you can look at it too. Magma Forged Mind Speaker. Emotive Aura. So maybe they can project emotions into your mind? That's a good combination. I like that. Where does the fire come into play? I would say the only thing they can project is rage because of the magma, right? Does that sound correct? I think that sounds pretty neat. I like that idea. Always fear for the aura. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I think fear would be good. I think rage might be good. Yeah, magma, telepathy. Let's do it over again. Who wants to roll some d10s? This is fun. I like this. 3d10. 10, 10, 4. Let's see. 3d10. 3, 1, 1. Wow, that's amazing. That's a good spread. Let's see. Both lists are 10. Oh, wait. Is this correct? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God, that's making me sick. 10. And these are monstrous combinations and other thing. Okay. So, clockwork components. Oh, no. What did we roll for the first one? A 3? That puts us at unconventional composition. Composed of materials such as glass or paper. Huh. Interesting. I do love a good paper monster. Let's see. And we'll put that so I can remember it. What was the next one I rolled? 10, 10, 4. So it's a 1. Integrated with mechanical parts, once per short rest, can activate this clockwork components to take an additional action on its turn. That's not bad. Put that in chat. And what was the last one? Was it a 1 as well? But on a different list? me see. 311, but it's on the 4th list. Movement and ability. And it is a 1. So Mystical Flight, it looks like. So what do we have? For sure. Mystical Flight, Clockwork Components, and Unconventional... Oh, I just hit my mic. Unconventional Composition. It's not the best combination, but also I could see, like, it being made out of, like, glass or steel and dropping parts as it flies around. Magnets did nothing wrong. I don't know if that's true. What does a paper monster gain resistances to? I'd say piercing, bludgeoning, right? Hell, piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. I don't know if you've ever tried to chop a book or stab a book, you know? And also, obviously, they'd have vulnerability to fire if they're made out of paper. How's it going, Magnets? Yeah, for the magma motion combo. That's what I figured you were talking about. Let's go to another one. Let's check out something else. Let's let you guys pick. Let's see. I got a bunch of stuff here. What tickles your fancy? I got a Big Bad Devil. It's probably one of the meanest stat blocks you ever seen. I got a rework of the Circle of Spores because I don't like the Circle of Spores Druid. I think it could be better. So I went ahead and made a Circle of Mycelium. I got a bunch of Forbidden Alchemy. I think that's pretty neat. Whispering Sovereign. This eloquent quill never ends in it. That's funny. I didn't name this one, so I don't know what it is. Ooh, another one with no name. Oh, it's the Prism of Fates, but it's the secondary version of it. I remember. Let's just name it real quick. Version 2. What? Okay, I'll wait. No, unpublished. I want it to be saved. Huge difference between published and saved. The one we didn't know what it was? Alright, fine. It's not that good. Prism of Fates. Wondrous item, rare, requires attunement. This crystalline artifact is as my brain is not wanting me to pronounce that. Enigmatic. Whatever, I'm not going to say it. As it is beautiful, shimmering with impossible colors and humming with a promise of untold power. As you attune to it, whispers of destiny and the echoes of other realities flit through your mind. I thought it said flirt. I was like, oh no. Cleric of Mycelium. It's a druid, but I do like the idea of making a cleric around it too. We'll check that one out next. Also, you guys can't see each other's chats, I just realized, because one of you on YouTube and one of you on Twitch. That's hilarious. Twist of Reality. Grasping the Prism, blah, blah, blah. Saving throw, visions of other worlds, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that? I want to see what it does. Planar Rift. You tear a tear to a random dimension gapes open for a minute. Any entity entering the rift is transported 1d4 times 10 feet in a random cardinal direction. Okay. Temporal Fold. The last 6 seconds are reversed. Everyone remains memory of this event undone. It doesn't say everyone's. It says everyone remains memory of this event undone. Everyone's memories. Okay, never mind. Everyone remains memory. I don't understand. That's not worded correctly. This is one we should skip, just so we're all on the same page. Well then, I'll just watch here instead. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. I have it on both just because I can. Might as well stream to both, you know? And I don't like Facebook, so I'm not going to stream to there. Boo. I'm already done with this. This is a bad homebrew I made, and I need to fix it, so... I'm over it. I'll probably go back and fix it. The Circle of Mycelium. Oh, no. You can see this is one of my older works because it's just so much to read. Cheese and crust, gang. Fungal Wild Shape. When you choose this circle at 2nd level, you gain the ability to use Wild Shape to transform into a unique fungal form, harnessing the properties of different types of fungi. You can choose one form to transform into. Okay. Saprophytic, mycorrhizal, or parasitic. Each form provides different skills and abilities. You can stay in this fungal form for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down, and then revert to your normal form unless you expend another use of this feature. You can revert to your normal form early by using a bonus action on your turn. You automatically revert if you fall unconscious, drop to 0 hit points, or die. Boo. That was way too much. Just in the intro, and I can already see these other things are so much. I need to rework this guy. Let's look at one that I just made recently and compare the two. The Green Artificer. Perfect. So this is the Druid, right? All this extra stuff. Oh, also, did I add a spell list for the Green Artificer? Why is that still... I don't think I added any extra spells for it. Oh well. So the Green Artificer, I had you on YouTube because of the Wayne Brady, Bob Marley song. Oh yeah, for sure. You should check out Dropout. For sure, if you don't have a subscription to Dropout, look, I'm not paid to promote them, but I have promoted them for several years via making videos. For sure. And that's all those are basically advertisements for Dropout because they get all the monetization value of those videos. I work with a third-party company to make sure that they can claim my content. But I'm unlisting all of those so that they're not private, they're just unlisted, and I'm starting to lean into other content. So you can still find them if you put it on a playlist. Do you still play your Red Dead characters? Love them adventures. I haven't in a while, but I do plan on doing it again. I might even join a new server and start Willy again. That'd be wild, right? If I played Willy. Long-time subscriber, but it's easier to watch your clips instead of going... Yeah, for sure. No, I get that. That's kind of why I have it on YouTube, so I can add it to a playlist, because all of my music is on YouTube. And that's originally why I uploaded it, and then everyone else started watching it too. I'm like, all right, if you want to watch my music, it's fine, whatever. Anyways, we're talking about Durgens and Durgans, Dogrons and Dudrons. You can see this one is formatted way better. See how I've highlighted things here and made it all just... It's so much better. Not just that, but it's a funner subclass because I have a well thought out idea for it. Basically, you can summon these little guys. Can you not see my cursor? I just realized you can't see my cursor when I'm pointing stuff out. Son of a bitch. Anyways, these little guys. Now you can see it. Haha, this little guy. You can summon forth a few of these little guys. Is it equal to your proficiency modifier? I think is what I did. As a bonus action, you can merge. Nope. You can use your action to summon a guardian. Each guardian has an AC of 13, hit points equal to 10 plus half your artificer level, and can use a slam attack. You can do this. You can do this times per day. That doesn't look right. You can do this a time. Oh, that's not worded correctly, is it? Let's see. I'm just gonna have it read it to me real quick. Read this out. I'm dyslexic, so I force myself to read all this stuff to try to get better. I've been doing it for some years, and it really works, but I have my app read everything.
Guardians of Green. You can use your action to summon a small guardian. Each guardian has an AC of 13, hit points equal to 10 plus half your artificer level, and can use a slam attack. You can do this times per day equal to your proficiency bonus.
It reads out much better like that, right? Am I the asshole? You can do this times per day equal to your proficiency bonus. How's that voice sound, by the way? Is it terrible? I've gotten used to it over time to where I can sit and listen to it for a long time. But like, I understand if it's tedious and annoying for other people. But for sure, I can just highlight stuff and have it read it to me. And I like that. What is that one called? Speak Aloud, I think. Yeah, I can just highlight, right click, and be like, boom.
Green Guardian Small Construct.
Yeah, but I'm not going to have it sit here and read all that out because that's silly. Green Guardian Small Construct. Aspect of the Wild. At 15th level, the Green Artificer, you gain resistance to 2 types of damage: fire, cold, lightning, or acid. Primal Aura. Activate an aura as an action that grants you and your allies within 30 feet resistance to one of the above damage types for 1 minute. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. Right? Where's my phone? Hello? I just realized I left my phone somewhere. Oh no, that's all bad. Where did I leave my phone? Oh no. That's fine. I can probably just leave it there. It's fine. But yeah, I'm very proud of this Artificer. I release all this stuff on my Patreon. If anybody is interested in joining my Patreon for any reason, I create cool homebrew. I run D&D games. I take commissions. I'm a pretty cool guy. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Let's see. I made a bunch of ice and fire spells, or ice and water spells. I'm not very happy with them, though. I need to go back through and make them better. Because they're just okay. I do like the Sleet Storm one. What is this? Oh, it is that time, isn't it? Let me see. I'm probably going to have to wrap up. Sheep. Alright, well that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm looking for. That, with that, with that is the combination I need so I can have this. Doesn't that look nice? I'm out of here, gang. I gotta go and get ready for other stuff and things, unfortunately. So, we are out of here. But I will be back. Check out the Discord because I just changed my schedule. I don't remember what day I'll be back next. But I'll be back either, I mean, probably not today, but tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. Either way. I'll see y'all later. I love you, silly fucking faces. Thanks for being here. Oh, goodbye.
Packed your bags and played your cards. Summer felt like autumn with the sun so bright and cold, but snow began to fall and there's a light. Searching courage to get up again in an armful of a friend. Between walls we both know oh so well. Now's the time he stops pretend. La 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 la. I'm smiling, what is happening? La 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 la. Oh my God, there's my light, dressed every day. His well-known eyes.
I love you, gang. I'll see you later. Goodbye.